He's coming our way. Please still be quiet while you're...
What's up, dude?
Most campers head into the wilderness expecting peaceful nights by the fire and stunning views of nature. But sometimes, the great outdoors hides something far more unsettling. From eerie figures lurking in the shadows to a suspected Bigfoot caught on camera, these moments defy explanation. Get ready for 30 times campers captured what no one was supposed to see. Part 2. This was supposed to be an ordinary hiking trip, just a day in nature, enjoying the fresh air. But deep in the forest, something was watching.
Where the noises were coming from, I don't know, y'all. Look at it. It's crazy, creepy looking. Check it out.
At first, it was just small things. The feeling of being followed, the occasional twig snapping in front of them. But soon, the presence became impossible to ignore. Footsteps in the shadows, strange noises among the trees. The camera swings. Footage zooms into a shadowy figure standing among the trees in the distance. Partially hidden behind the trees, the massive brown creature stands, and then, eyes staring from the bushes, as a man ventured deep into the forest at night. Armed with nothing but a flashlight and a camera. What he captured on camera will haunt him forever. Every step echoed in the emptiness, and every shadow seemed to move. Then in a flash of light, he saw a ghostly figure standing in his path. Panic took over, and he ran straight into the unknown. Fear took over. He didn't care where he was going. He just needed to escape. Suddenly, the ground slopes downward. The camera catches a glimpse of a cave entrance. The man dives inside, panting in the pitch-black space. The flashlight beam trembles as he shines it toward the cave's entrance. A lone explorer wandered with his camera and video recorder in hand. He was there to capture the beauty of nature. But what he filmed was something no one expected.
You think that was a coyote? What do you think that was? What was it? Do you see it where?
Panned his camera across the towering trees. He noticed something that didn't belong. A shadow moved between the trunks. It was a tall and black creature.
Holy Holy
The explorer steadied his hands, focusing his lens on the creature. His heart pounded as he captured every unsettling detail. Then, as if sensing it was being watched, the lizard man stopped. Its head turned abruptly, locking eyes with the man. A simple attempt to fix a camper fridge turned into a chilling encounter in the mountains of France.
And it stopped. I mean, that thing's wild freaky. It's like smart at the ring. But just as soon as I got here, just from over there, there's no track or anything, it's just wood. This girl appeared.
While working on his fridge, he heard loud, echoing moans across the mountains. The sound was deep and unnerving, carrying through the trees with no apparent source. Curious and uneasy, he followed the noise, hoping to find an explanation. Instead, he saw something stranger.
I'm gonna leave.
Out of nowhere, a girl appeared, barefoot, bald, and dressed in monk-like clothing. He greeted her with a polite bonjour and asked if she was okay, but she didn't respond. She simply kept walking, disappearing into the trees. Confused, he turned to follow her, but within moments she was gone. Where did she go with no trails, roads, and only wilderness ahead? Deep in the wilderness, a man set up his camera to capture nature, but what he saw defied explanation.
And I have to go in that direction, so I don't know what to do.
While hiking through a remote forest, he noticed a dark figure in the distance. At first, it looked like a large bear, but something felt off. It wasn't moving like an animal, and its shape seemed unnatural. Some believe it was a suspected Bigfoot.
Standing on his hind legs. Should I just go rushing towards it? Oh, what is that? Oh.
Then the figure stood upright, walking on two legs. It moved freely, almost as if deep in thought, pacing back and forth. Its movements were deliberate, controlled, and strangely human-like, adding to the mystery of whether this was truly Bigfoot. Was this a misidentified creature, or proof of something unknown? In the wilderness, a man stands alone, holding up his phone. But he's not making a call, he's singing. Not just any singing though, his voice creates eerie, layered tones that echo through the trees.
Pretty sure he was looking for where the sound was coming from, but I stopped and started talking and now he's confused. Alright.
The forest is quiet except for the man's voice. It's deep, resonant, and unnatural, almost like two notes sung simultaneously. The sound carries, and that's when he notices it. A deer, standing still, ears twitching, completely locked onto him. He zooms in. The deer doesn't run. It doesn't even flinch. Instead, it tilts its head slightly, staring straight at him as if trying to understand. His overtoned singing continues for a brief moment. A trip near Browning, Montana, led to a chilling encounter in the woods.
Buddy, how you doing? Oh, just some cruisers, man.
Two army buddies were exploring the outskirts of town when they noticed a man emerging from the tree line. At first, he seemed normal, and they even exchanged a few words, but something about him felt off. His movements were strange, and his tone was unsettling.
Shit. This guy's crawling at me like a goddamn... What's up, dude?
Then without warning, the man dropped to all fours and began unnaturally crawling toward them. Fear hit them and they didn't wait to find out more. They jumped into their vehicle and sped off, leaving behind the eerie figure that had just turned their casual encounter into a nightmare. Who or what was that man? A hiker was recording the beauty of nature when their camera captured something unusual. The video starts with a quiet lake, the water reflecting the surrounding trees. Everything seems normal until a faint ripple appears. The hiker zooms in, trying to get a closer look. Then something stirs beneath the surface, something unusual. Without warning, a sudden splash erupts from the water. But there's nothing there. No fish, no object, nothing that could have caused it. The water settles back down, leaving only questions behind. Could it be a hidden creature, a natural phenomenon, or something even more mysterious? Some stories are better left untold in the heart of the forest, where the trees grow tall and the paths seem endless.
We're being watched, like stalked. I put my arm out to stop Dom. Standing in the silence now, the best way I could describe it.
As they ventured deeper into the forest, an eerie sound broke the silence. At first, it resembled an animal, but as they moved closer, it took on a disturbingly human-like tone. A growing sense of unease settled them as if unseen eyes were watching their every move.
The leaves on the ground ahead of us. We aimed our lights over there, and there was someone or something behind the tree. The moaning sound stopped.
With each step, the feeling of being followed intensified. Then, a low moaning sound filled the air, angry and unnatural. Suddenly, the crunching of leaves echoed ahead. They aimed their flashlights toward the trees, and there, partially hidden behind a trunk, something or someone stood in the darkness. Then, just as abruptly as it started, the moaning stopped. Two hunters were resting in a watchtower when they noticed something shocking. As they sat in their elevated position, one of the hunters suddenly spotted movement below. A bear was climbing a tree, heading straight toward them. Gripping his camera, one hunter began recording while the other remained frozen, watching the massive animal approach. The bear climbed higher until it was face to face with the hunter. Holding his breath, the hunter stayed perfectly still, not making any sudden moves. After a tense few moments, the bear seemed to lose interest. Slowly, it turned and climbed back down, disappearing into the wilderness. No one was harmed, but the hunters were left with an unforgettable encounter. A late-night camping trip in the Alberta Rockies took a terrifying turn. While hiking during the day, they set up a camera outside their campsite, hoping to capture the beauty of the wilderness. But when they reviewed the footage later, they saw something they couldn't explain. A shadowy figure appeared near their Jeep, its eyes glowing in the darkness. The mysterious figure didn't just appear once. It seemed to lurk near the vehicles multiple times throughout the night, watching from a distance. Was it an animal, a trick of the light, or something far more unsettling? Whatever it was, they wondered if they would ever camp there again. In the breathtaking landscapes of Utah, a hiker's tranquil journey took a terrifying turn when he captured something extraordinary on camera. Then, in a clearing just ahead, he saw it. A massive figure in the distance, partially obscured by trees and covered in dark fur. His heart raced while he held his camera, his breath quickening. Fear gripped him as he realized what he was witnessing. This was no ordinary animal. It was the legendary Bigfoot. Panic surged as he contemplated his next move. Overcome with fear, the hiker began to retreat, keeping the creature in sight. Every instinct screamed at him to flee from the unknown. Deep within the heart of Florida's untamed wilderness, a group of seasoned adventurers embarks on a quest shrouded in mystery and legend. Venturing deeper into the swamp, the group encounters a startling and mesmerizing sight. A prominent black-haired figure moving gracefully among the trees. The camera zooms in, capturing the creature's serene demeanor as it forages, seemingly indifferent to the observers. The adventurers enjoyed watching the skunk ape, but silently remained still and witnessed a dense forest with towering trees, their leaves rustling in the gentle breeze. The camera pans slowly and captures the unexpected creature. In the middle of Kendrick Woods, the man captures the Bai, black, hairy creature in the distance. The man enjoyed filming the Sasquatch in the distance, who is standing still and enjoying the beauty of Kendrick Woods. On a quiet summer night in 2011, 6 miles from the nearest city, a man's peaceful evening was about to take a terrifying turn.
I'm hearing the things in my woods again. I don't know if you can hear the noise.
An unsettling sound pierced the stillness, emanating from the dark woods beyond his backyard. Driven by a mix of curiosity and concern, he armed himself with a flashlight and camera and stepped out to investigate the source of the disturbance.
Oh my God.
The man cautiously walked through his dimly lit backyard, the flashlight cutting through the darkness. A flicker of light revealed a chilling sight. 2 glowing eyes staring back at him, belonging to a creature unlike anything he'd ever seen lurking among the branches. He stumbles backward, breathing heavily, then turns and sprints back toward his house. Ilha do Mel, a tranquil island off Brazil's coast, is celebrated for its natural beauty and peaceful ambience when an unexpected creature is captured.
Mano, pior que mexe esquisito demais.
During their hike, they noticed towering figures standing still atop a hill, estimated to be around 10 feet tall.
Mano, e pior que mexe esquisito demais.
They enjoyed watching the unidentified tall creature at the top of the hill, its hands moving like it was saying hi to the hikers. In the stillness of the night, two explorers embarked on a journey into the heart of the unknown, their paths illuminated only by the beams of their flashlights.
Yeah, it's right back there.
They stopped before the farm gate and looked closely at the area. After a while, they realized that something had followed them. Their flashlights swept across towering trees and dense underbrush, casting fleeting shadows dancing at their vision's edge. When they slowed the video, they saw the blinking eye at the top of the tree. James had always found solace in nature's embrace. This morning, he ventured deeper into the woods, eager to capture its untouched beauty with his lens. James was enjoying the woods when he heard a strange noise. Although he was frightened, he held his camera and filmed the beauty of the woods. Curiosity piqued. He steadied his camera and zoomed in on the shadowed thicket. There it was, an indistinct yet unmistakable figure lurking amidst the trees. Deep in the swamps of Mississippi, a hunter's quiet stakeout takes a shocking turn. Something massive lurks just beyond the trees. He hears movement behind him while waiting for hogs in the fading daylight. Expecting wild game, he slowly turns, only to see a vast, black figure crouched near a fallen cypress. Its broad shoulders and upright head separate it from any animal he's ever encountered. He watches in stunned silence as the creature digs into the stump with massive hands. A distant truck rumbles down the road and suddenly the figure rises to its full height, easily around 7 feet tall. Fear takes over, and he sprints away, his mind racing. Was this the elusive skunk ape caught in action? In the heart of the dense pine barrens of New Jersey, a couple embarks on a weekend retreat, seeking solace in nature's embrace. Little do they know, their serene escape is about to take a terrifying turn.
Did you see that? Over there, look, over there. Do you see that?
What the hell?
As they venture into the forest, shadowy, unidentified figures slip between alleyways and standing at the edges of trees.
You see that? Right there. Look.
Oh my god. That's not an animal. I don't like it.
Okay.
They zoomed in on the camera and watched the unidentified creature closely. When they noticed it was coming towards them, they got frightened and ran. 3 adventurous women found themselves in the spotlight of this unexpected wilderness interaction. Standing calmly despite the close inspection, the woman demonstrated a remarkable understanding of bear behavior.
Vente caminando ya.
Kudos to the hikers for handling the unexpected visit with grace and poise. A couple ventures deep into the woods at night, guided by nothing but a flashlight and camera. Randonautica had brought them here, and an ordinary night became a terrifying encounter.
This is what Randonautica led us to tonight. Oh. God damn it. Okay, I know I'm not crazy.
No.
Hello?
I heard.
They were filming in the woods when sharp rustling broke the moment. The sound was too deliberate, too close. The couple stopped, exchanging nervous glances. Something, or someone, was watching them.
Oh. There's somebody over here.
Hey, Babe.
The flashlight sweeps over the bushes, and a pair of glowing eyes appear for a split second. The figure, with unnatural limbs, is gaunt and crouched low to the ground. The moment the light hits it, it bolts. But before they could react, it was gone, vanishing into the shadows like it was never there. A man ventured deep into the wilderness, seeking nothing but solitude. But then, something caught his eye in the distance. A dark shape, unmoving, watched him as he zoomed in. His pulse quickened. At first, it was just a shadow against the trees, too far to make out. As he focused his camera, the shape became more apparent. It was tall, still, unnatural, and then it moved. After a realization about the creature, he gets frightened and runs. Deep in the Florida wilderness, a man is holding his camera, expecting nothing more than the usual sights of nature. A slight rustle in the distance caught his attention. At first, he thought it might be the wind or an animal passing through the underbrush. But then, his eyes narrowed and his heart began to race. With a steady hand, the man zoomed in, his heart pounding as he focused his lens on the creature. It was towering above the underbrush, covered in thick, matted fur. The beast moved with ease, walking upright on two legs. A man was filming his walk through a banana farm, capturing the towering branches swaying around him. But as he reviewed the footage, something strange appeared in the frame. The footage usually starts. The man moves through the plantation, his camera scanning the thick rows of banana plants. Sunlight filters through the leaves, casting long shadows. But then, something shifts. A thin, towering figure flickers between the trees, almost blending with the surroundings. He stops. His hands tighten around the camera as he rewinds and slows the clip. The shape becomes clearer, tall, unnaturally slender, its limbs too long for any known animal. It stands motionless, watching. Meet a dedicated first responder. Today he was on duty and on his way to an emergency, riding on his ATV. He drives his ATV, the powerful engine roaring in the forest. He navigates the narrow trails, adrenaline pumping as he rushes to the scene. The thrill of speed mixes with the weight of responsibility. But just ahead, something catches his eye, a dark figure standing upright along the trail. On a crisp autumn morning, a father and son set out for a day of adventure in the dense woods, seeking fresh air and the beauty of nature. Then, out of the corner of their eyes, they notice something unusual, an unfamiliar shape lurking among the trees. Intrigued, they decided to investigate further. With the camera rolling, they focused on the mysterious creature, its silhouette partially obscured by branches. As they continue filming, the creature steps into view. It is large and agile, its movements fluid and swift. Then, without warning, the creature darts away from the group of trees, running with incredible speed towards an unseen destination, leaving the father and son stunned. A girl was out for a routine run in the forest with her 2 dogs. She casually recorded the scenery, but when she checked her footage, she noticed something incredible.
This is my little fairy friend I call Tumble. You can see her One will come across my butt. I think it's a man fairy right there.
Topping for a moment, she aimed her camera at the peaceful scenery. But later, when reviewing the footage, she noticed a real-life fairy. A tiny winged figure darted past. A blur too light to be a bird, too fast to be an insect.
She's looking right at the camera. Her one leg's up, her one arm's up, her other arm's down. Isn't she a beautiful little fairy?
She was by the river filming the flowing water. This time, she carefully slowed the footage, zooming in on a particular spot. That's when it became clear. A tiny fairy perched on top of a rock, wings shimmering in the light. The man climbed higher, his breath quick and his hands gripping the rough bark. Below him, heavy footsteps thudded against the tree. The bear stretched its claws, growling as it swiped at the trunk. The man climbed faster, feeling the branches tremble beneath him. He went higher and higher while the bear struggled to pull itself up. Reaching the very top, the man finally caught his breath. He looked down at the bear, still standing on its hind legs, staring up at him, but it couldn't reach him. The night was silent, the air thick with mystery. A lone man stood still, camera in hand, and unexpectedly captured an unidentified creature. He zoomed in, his hands steady, and two eyes appeared, blinking and swaying side to side as if they were watching him. Nobody, no movement, just those blinking eyes shifting from side to side locked onto him.